I will tell you later what I thought your t-shirt said.
Oh, I know. Several people have stopped me.
Well, this is weird, there's no exit over there, so,
comment.
excuse me, pardon me. Uh-oh, I have to pay a toll, don't I?
I need more information about a double-sided melon baller.
Well, I bet you do, you rascal.
Oh no, Billy, you're in this too.
Yeah, nice try.
You were on stage when it happened. Someone explain to me.
You know what a double-sided melon baller is?
I need more information about the double-sided melon baller.
Okay, but you've seen a melon baller spin.
Yeah.
Well, some of them have two ends. So the one's a smaller ball, one's a bigger ball. So depending on what size melon ball you would like. Thank you, Sam. I know Sam was raised right and understands the nuances of the double-sided melon baller.
You may pass.
Okay.
It's not the size of the melon ball that
Sorry, you got
counts.
caught up in that, Billy. Sorry.
No, I'm not.
I showed up and I heard Gil and Matt and Rich and melon ballers double-sided, and I thought there was entendres happening.
How dare you?
I did.
She's got 2 ears.
And they're double-sided.
That's right.
There were entendres.
You know what's so funny? I immediately wanted to go, how was karaoke last night? Like, we're so turned around because the schedule has flipped. Karaoke is this evening, is that right?
Correct.
Who's going to karaoke tonight? Who went to the concert last night?
It's after the PJ party. We're gonna warm them up. We're the fluffers. We're
the fluffers.
We're the
Karaoke fluffers. We're the pregame.
There's a pajama party
Yes.
after the karaoke.
No, before.
So Kim and I, Kim and I throw an event at every convention, which is the Kim and Bree PJ party, where everybody wears pajamas. There's no phones allowed, so we get to gossip about.
There's
people.
pizza.
There's pizza, and then we play a very dirty game. What you will only get to find out if you come. I think there's a few tickets left, so if you haven't bought a ticket yet, you can come. I think it's at 5:30, 15.
5:30.
5 something.
I'll be there.
We
Anyway,
just go when they tell
that
us to
is,
go.
we warm them up for your karaoke, and then they show
Thank
up
you.
full of
Cheese.
vim and vigor
Ready to
and
sing.
pizza and cheese.
That's usually what you have before you sing.
Yes, immediately. Actually, while I'm on stage, I'm still chewing. Yeah, it's good for the. All right, who wants to ask a question? This one, this little. Hello. No.
Oh, there
There you
go.
go.
Asking questions.
Hello.
There you go.
So I actually asked you guys a similar question at another con, but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Before I asked you if you would make salmon deep lunches, but now I would say if they were puppies, what breed do you think would be?
What was the first? If we would make them lunch?
Yeah, it was at New Jersey Con last year, I believe.
I do not remember that. What did I say?
You said you said you wouldn't be.
I wouldn't? That sounds right. I was there. That's right.
If they were puppies,
Yeah.
what breeds would they be?
Yeah, salmon deep, not Jensen and Jerry. Salmon.
Oh, well, now I gotta think about it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about dog breeds. I'm gonna leave this one. Do you know a lot about dog breeds?
I do, but I don't know enough about salmon.
No, it's salmon deep.
No, I know, but I'm just
Jared.
saying, like, I would be like, that one would be a yellow dog. Like, I don't know. I raised on a farm, and so they're all just mutts. That sounds right. They'd be mutts.
Dean would be a Doberman for sure. What do you think?
Yeah.
Not Jensen, Dean.
No, Dobermans are a little nervous, and if they haven't been docked, they're quite floppy.
That was a good sentence.
No, I thought about that as it was. I was like, this is not something that I think I've said before at a supernatural convention. So I think he'd be more of like, I know this. I think he'd be a staffy, like tough.
Like a English. Like
No, a staffy's one
Pit
of the
bull?
pit mixes.
The English staff.
Yeah,
English
the
staff
bigger.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're very sleek, very sexy, will fuck you up, love to eat,
She had to
and
finish that
boy,
sentence
a belly
properly.
rub is delightful. So I would go with a big pity for him, and then shit, because Jared is so obviously a golden retriever. I don't know.
It would be
Sam would be.
a serious golden retriever. retriever. So what would that
Which would be like a yellow lab, but he's more.
No, it's more like
I want to say, what's the Portuguese
Like
water
a-
dog?
or an Irish wolfhound.
Irish wolfhound, they're quite large too, yes.
And also
They're not
more.
the smartest though.
Well, he's a smart one.
Yeah, so he would, yeah, I'm gonna say, Afghan.
Golden Dude. They're very sweet.
Yes, exactly.
Very sweet.
But they don't shed, and Jared does shed a lot. I don't know. I have to pass on that one.
Do you have ideas?
Well, only because I have two chihuahuas at my house that are mixes, and I have one. Well, it's my mom's puppy. It's named Loopy, but it acts exactly like me. It does. It even has the little bow legs and everything.
So your final answer is a Chihuahua.
Yeah, like mini chihuahua mix.
I want to be clear on this.
That feels right.
Yeah.
All right, I'll buy that.
I like that.
Good.
Well done.
Chihuahua.
There you go.
Yeah,
There's
they're
all
great.
for us. Thank
Yeah.
you.
That makes me
And,
like
they,
a
and those fuckers
honey
live
ice.
through everything.
They really do. It's so incredible.
One of my favorite things I've seen online is a meme. It's a number 1 to 10. It says, meanest dog breeds. And it goes, there are no mean dog breeds, Chihuahuas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Actually, my question is for Brianna. I was used to be at the concert and I was really impressed by your voice. So I was wondering if you by any chance write your own songs, and if there are any album which already exist, or like kind of your plan to kind of release your own album.
I do have an album actually that I released with Jason Mans. He produced it. It came out, I think, in I want to say 2018. It's available on iTunes and Spotify. Also, if I have time, I will go down to the vendor's room, and I think there are some albums there, and I can be there to sell it to you if you want. And no, I did not. That's a cover album for the most part. There are some original songs written by friends of mine. I don't play an instrument, so I find it quite challenging. Billy and Rich, and Jason, but really Billy and Rich in the last couple of years have been very supportive of the idea of me writing another album. And at one point, Billy, Rich, and I went to Rich's house in LA, and we're like, let's just write a bunch of songs. So we do have some songs that we've worked on that are in like our notes app, but we haven't gotten around to focusing on that album. I am actually going to LA right after this for the premiere of X's on Monday, which will come out on Tuesday, I think, on all streaming devices, applications, places. I don't know how that works, except for Netflix. And the next day, I'm going to Rich's, and we're going to record, I think, a song for his album that I'm going to guest on. So I'm very lucky that a lot of people on the circuit are musicians, and so I can kind of dip into what they're doing, same as being able to guest with Loud and Swaying. And I grew up, the beginning of my career was in musical theater. I have a degree in musical theater, and I really thought that that's where my career was going to go, but I struggle with sustaining vocal health for 8 shows a week. I don't know if anybody is a stage actor here, but it's very challenging. They're like athletes, how you have to treat yourself if you're on Broadway, and I was like, I can't live like this, so I started moving into straight acting, but I feel very grateful that Loud and Swing has, and all the other people in the circuit have given me an opportunity to bring music back into my life. So that's a long answer for, yeah, probably someday. Yeah, thank you so much.
I was wondering, what are your professional opinions on raccoons?
They need to just calm down, stay out of my garbage, and stop hissing at me.
I think Rocket was great.
They don't actually ride tricycles as smoothly as the internet makes them seem.
They have stunt raccoons for that.
Yeah, it's not, yeah, I've tried.
I think they need to know that when they stand on their hind legs and you're 4, that's really scary.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't
Is there
ask
a
for my-
reason you asked that?
I,
Yeah, get back up there.
No, I just like raccoons.
Amazing.
I do too. You
They're
didn't
very
ask for my unprofessional opinion. She asked for my. They asked for my unprofessional. I will give them all to me.
It's a
I love the baby.
Okay, thank you.
You were 4 and you got.
They're scared.
I grew up in North Vancouver.
That's right. They're in Canada. They're like,
own
bitch.
that.
They were
Bitch.
probably as big as you. They're like this. And
I lived in Toronto, and I lived in like a house that was makeshift into a bunch of apartments, like when I was in my 20s. And the garbages were right outside the front door, and I was, serving tables. I'd come home at like 2 in the morning, and there'd be 7 raccoons ransacking the garbage, and you had to go past them to get in the front door, and they would hiss at you like you're like they're gonna lunge at me, like they can be so scary.
Ours were pretty nice. They were a family. We got to know them over the years. We had them over for supper sometimes. They invited themselves over really for supper anytime they wanted, but we got along.
I remember the raccoons in Vancouver, and you go by and you'd be like, hey, and they'd go,
And yeah,
just stare you down, and you're like,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Get off my property.
The wildlife in Vancouver is very aware that we're on their land. And they're like, back up,
The
bitch.
unceded land.
That's right.
Reka, I have an entire story in my head now that it was going to adopt you. It was trying to figure out if perhaps you were cute and homeless and needed rescue for like the raccoon version of the dodo. And it had it was recording, and it was like, oh, it's my sized. Maybe, do you need some food? Are you okay? Are you
I have the
injured?
coloring as well.
Absolutely. See? It might have been trying to adopt you, and then it decided to leave you free and in the wild because it was a good nature animal.
Yeah.
I should stop talking now.
No, you've changed my childhood in the blink of an eye.
Reframe. Hello.
Hi, happy Saturday. My question is, bird watching is getting popular with the millennials. If so, do any of you do bird watching, or if
I need more information. Like, how is it people are just like, enough of this Instagram?
yeah, so it's a way to just connect from
Wow.
social media.
It's like Pokemon, only with life.
With life, I
So
love
the
that.
price of binoculars is skyrocketing at the moment.
But like millennials, how old are
I don't have a
millennials?
hobby.
Like 30? How old are millennials?
I am the last year of millennial, and I was born in 81.
You're the last or first?
First year of millennial.
Okay.
I am an elder millennial.
So my question is, do any of you do bird watching, or what is your favorite bird?
Speaking of Vancouver and the wildlife there, so it's from about April, May until August are when the crows have their babies, and they fucking hate you. And so you have to, it is known, there is an app in Vancouver where it's like Crow Watch, because they will dive bomb you. And about 2 weeks ago, I like to walk to the gym as like a nice little walk. It's like half an hour walk. Vancouver's so beautiful. It's such a walkable city. It's nice to just walk when it's not raining. I got dive bombed 6 times by the same bird. It would dive bomb me, turn around, dive bomb me, and they don't like hurt you, but they scare the dickens out of you. And so, but Kim has taught me that they remember your faces, and that if they if they're not crowing, then they're kind of playing with you, as opposed to kind of trying to threaten you to stay away from the babies. And I noticed the difference. This one definitely was threatening me, did not want me around. But we started feeding it a crow. I don't know which crow, but we always, if we see crow in our backyard, we feed it a hard-boiled egg, which is a little weird. I get it, but
Shell on or off?
off. Yeah. We leave it
that's a
there and we go, this is our offering to your people. Please don't hurt us. So that is the only bird watching I've been doing, which is more like I gotta tuck my hair into a hat so I don't get dive bombed.
Wait,
I
do
like
you
that.
see
It's
crow
like from
babies?
one of the stupidest birds, you give it to one of the smartest birds.
Yes, right?
Sorry, crow babies?
Because I've heard
But the
that-
crow babies are massive. They're bigger than their parents because they're fluffy. But I haven't seen like babies in a nest.
That's what I think, like, you see baby birds, right? Like, everyone knows baby birds. I've never seen a crow baby.
Yeah, the babies, I've never seen one in the nest. I think once they're ready to leave the nest, they're actually quite big and you would think it's a full grown. crow.
Got it.
But they just can't, like, we had one in our front yard for a while, because I was like, Kim, I always call Kim when I have crow issues. Because there's so many crows in Vancouver, and I go, there's this crow that's in her front yard. She's like, is it fluffy? I'm like, yeah. She's like, it's a baby, and it probably tried to fly and lost its way, and it's fine. It's just a little dazed, so give it a second, try to give it some food, and then sure as shit, it flew away. But it was massive.
So I just saw another thing on Instagram, spent a lot of time there, that this farmer had chickens, and the hawks were coming to get the chickens. And so he cultivated friendships with crows by leaving them stuff outside. And now he filmed, he's like, it's been 3 months, and now I've got 5 crows fending off my yard from the hawk.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm like, that is the solution, I can have chickens.
Yes. This is why we left
I have to get crows first.
food for the crows, because we're
Yeah.
just going, please, this is our sacred offering to your people.
I want to see what presents they bring back. That will be, bring back. They do, no?
Ah,
I want to know why Kent is the
Urban
expert.
legend.
Yes, Kim, you need
she
to
is the
teach
crow
her the
expert.
lore.
yeah, I'm a big fan of the corvids. I do love
Me
sweet
too.
corvids. And my COVID project back when I lived in Los Angeles.
Corbett Project.
Yes, my COVID corvid project was to make friends with the 2 crows that lived on my roof. Well, they turned out to be ravens. They were not crows. And I got one of them that would take food out of my hand. They also, they brought their baby to my roof to teach it how to eat, because the babies need to be taught that food doesn't always come from mama. Like, fucking pull your own weight, kid. Jesus, fuck, it's hard being a mama in every breed of species. So they would bring the baby because I would throw a hard-boiled egg up, and then mom would hop towards it and pick it up and then drop it again and wait for the baby to come eat it. City corvids, much more aware of the fact that people equals food. Country corvids, no. And I've lived in the country for 4 years now, and I've got 2 ravens that now recognize my car when I show up at the sanctuary because they get an egg as tribute. But they're pretending to ignore me still. They're very like, I'm just over here hanging out with a horse. Did you drop anything accidentally, lady? So I don't know if they're never gonna eat out of my hand, but I just really love them, and I've been fascinated with them in a way, autistics tend to love things, which means deeply, passionately, and weirdly. That's me.
You read Ravens and Winter? Oh, girl. Thank me later.
Sounds like it might make me cry.
You're gonna love it.
Ah,
It's beautiful.
will I have feelings? I already
Of
have
joy.
so many feelings.
Okay.
Okay,
Good.
I'm frightened.
Don't be.
Ravens in winter, all right. Copy.
Ravens in Winter.
Ravens in winter. Nope,
So good.
even the title makes me cry. I don't know.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted.
Okay.
Do you want me to preview it?
So, I think to answer your question, we all love birds.
Yes. Yeah.
We have a bluebird. So when we moved into our house, we had this decrepit old birdhouse on the top of the fence to our backyard. And I was like, well, that's gotta go. It doesn't even match the other pole. And then almost immediately, a family of bluebirds moved in. And I was like, oh well, now that's here forever. And it's facing south, and it's at 5 feet high. I did all this accidentally. I was like, oh, this is, if you want bluebirds, we're gonna have a house facing south at 5 feet high. I'm like, well, they knew what they were doing, obviously. And they have 2 or 3 families every season, and they've been back 4 years in a row. And they just live there, and they're so aggressive. They scream at us when we go in our own yard, and they constantly we have a really like a 5-foot kitchen window, and they come and they hold on for dear life onto the non-window frame and like try to scare their reflection because they're very territorial. I'm like, my dude, that is you. My husband spent 2 hours. They said, what you need to do is take like painter's tape and put crisscrosses on your window. Like, he covered the whole flippin' window with crisscrosses of blue tape. I'm like, that's great. Right. Within 20 minutes, it's like, boom, and you see like between the pieces of tape, this bird like, looking, dude, I see you still. take it all. Yeah, I'll take it all. So now I just know what the solution was. It would come and I would bang on the window like bam, 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 bam.
That bird's a badass.
They stopped doing it. 4 years. They stopped doing it. I was like, that's what just took me bruising my hand and almost breaking my window. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, they thought. Okay. That was it. So yeah, I like the I have a love-hate with the bluebirds. We have a lot of bluebirds now because it's been 3 nests a year for 4 years. And they just hang out.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great job.
Hello.
Hi. First, Brianna, my mom, who I'm here with, wanted me to tell you how excited she was to see you in one of her Hallmark movies.
Which one? Hallmark has taken over Vancouver.
I don't remember.
Well,
the name of
thanks,
it,
Mom.
But she was very excited about it.
I'm excited for her.
My question, so I finished up my senior thesis earlier this year, and I'm an art student, so I did a series of portraits of women in rock music, and so I'm curious who all of your favorite women in rock music are.
Tori Amos.
Debbie Harry.
She was one of the ones I did a portrait of.
Patti Smith.
Stevie Nicks. All very good answers.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have 10 more.
That's right. Yes, there's a lot.
We need 4 rounds now.
Ooh, and yeah,
That one.
rocking out back there.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I love anyone who is still willing to express themselves. So you go, person. Little person has feels. I relate.
Hi.
Hi. For context, I just graduated with studying forensic science, and so my question to you all is, if you were forensic evidence, what kind of forensic evidence would it be? If you need a list of examples, I can provide some.
Yeah, give us like 3 examples.
No.
Fingerprint. That's just the first one that came to my mind.
That's funny.
I can give no context to that.
I'm gonna say teeth bite marks.
Urine.
Are these examples?
I mean, they
Other bodily fluids. Vagina juice.
there's fiber evidence, controlled substances, fingerprints, blood spatter, tape, duct tape, any type of tape.
Oh God, I thought you said taint, and I'm like, that was the last panel.
Just slice it right
That
off.
is not. That is
You're
your
being
lying.
behaved
That is
today.
not forensic evidence. Okay, so what? So teeth prints are not a forensic evidence?
It does count, yeah.
It does?
Bite marks, certainly.
Okay, good. Then I don't have to come up with a different answer.
Sorry.
All right, great. Although blood spatter, possibly.
Blood spatter sounds
Blood spatter. It
interesting.
sounds very like
Physics.
Pollock.
Yes,
Yeah, physics and art together. So I changed my answer to blood spatter.
What about things like
There's,
bullet holes and explosion directions?
yeah,
and things like
there's
that?
fire debris, explosive residue, bullets, trajectory.
Okay, that would be me. Not less body fluids of any variety, and more metal. Trajectory. Yes. Yeah.
I think I might be an uncontrolled substance.
Drug residue.
What do you think we would be? Since you're the professional.
And what are you? What's your specialty?
I think my specialty would be fibers, or at least that's what I think I would be. I do agree with the bite marks. That seems your style.
All right, we'll go back to that then. You can blame blood splatter if you want, Reka, because I have to give it up.
No, I want to see what this person thinks.
Collie definitely is blood spatter.
Brianna, I think
Careful. You're not that far
my
away.
first evidence. I think
See, it's not easy, is it? It's not easy. It's hard.
She's just trying to think of a word besides gina.
It's the best word.
the you would probably be glass fragments.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Shiny and sharp.
Sharp. Shiny and sharp. That's very good.
My little niece does something like this where she does like bugs. Is that part of it?
That plays a role too.
So it's like how developed the bugs are in the dead person.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was a crazy job choice.
You
loves
guys are
it.
so
She loves
smart
it.
today. Like, what is with these smart ass questions? And not smart
We're in
ass in like
Boston.
the kind of way I would do it.
We're in
Like,
Boston.
you're making
They're
me-
wicked smart in Boston.
Okay, what about Reika?
Rika, I think fire debris. I'm gonna go with fire debris.
Ooh,
Nice.
I like it.
See, we should have just let you answer.
And then Sam, I think
I think I should have been fire debris. My favorite part was the pause. Everyone was like, huh?
We're on both sides of that. I dole it out.
I'm the
receive it.
receiver.
I think I'm really trying to reach into all the studies. Yeah, I think it would be fiber.
Fiber? That works.
Good job.
Thank you. Well
Thank you.
done.
Well
And
done.
congratulations.
As I say that these are all very smart questions, we're very open to dumb ones too. Okay? I don't want anybody to feel pressured.
Can I just say that this crowd is really fun.
Agreed.
Yeah, they're the most fun. The most
Really fun.
Yeah.
Ladies panel's the best panel.
The best panel. Hello.
Hi, my question is specifically for Rebecca. I am a ethnic and gender studies minor, and my class and my professor was impressed that I knew who Kali was. And my question for you is, how deep did you go into the culture, the lore, the stories to get in character?
I'm sure I could have gone much deeper, but as it happened, I, at the time, had Kali on my altar. And so was already doing my morning meditation with her as my presence. And Here! Yeah. She was like, mic drop. So yeah, I prayed to her before the audition. I prayed to her every morning before I would try to step into her shoes, mostly for her forgiveness, because you don't mess around with Kali. And I was like, I know this script does you no justice whatsoever, and I'm going to try to honor you anyway. Yeah.
Kind of crazy.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can I ask? I've learned more about Kali recently because have you guys seen that Maggie Gyllenhaal directed movie? I think it's it's Bride of Frankenstein.
I haven't seen it yet.
So I watched it, and it's a lot. It's very cool, but there's a lot stylistically. But then when I did a deep dive on it, there was a lot of stuff in the movie that was inspired by Kali, and I can't remember when I'm thinking about it now, the myth behind her of divine feminine, is that right? And being like a warrior, but also kind of vicious.
She's fierce because her job is to destroy the ego,
Right.
which we all have problems with. You know, I talked a bit about this yesterday. It's like every small-minded thought that we have that keeps us safe, that's your ego. Whether it's like being narcissistic or on the other end of it, being insecure. She's trying to destroy that for us. So yay her. It's really hard. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that makes me want to go and look up more stuff about that. And that's the character that you played in the episode? Oh, fuck, cool. Okay, great. See, I told you I don't watch the show. I don't know anything. Ask me more bird questions. Just kidding. Thank you. Great job.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi guys. So I was up here yesterday, but I'm going to say my name again. My name's Emily, and I was just wondering, because I know a lot of like actors and actresses look up to like celebrities and famous people while they're growing up, and I want to know what you four, like who you guys look up to while you were like
Carol Burnett. I love Carol Burnett so much. I grew up on a farm, and we did not have cable, but we did have a VCR. I don't know if some of you don't know what that is. And we had like 2 tapes. I think one was Ewoks, and the other was the Carol Burnett show. And I used to watch it over and over and over. And then when I went to theater school and I went back and watched it again, I started kind of taking notes from like a comedy science point of view of going like, how did she move, just the way that she carries all of her characters, and still to this day, like she's on this TV show, Palm Royale, and I got to go to the premiere in LA, and I did not meet her, but I did see her from afar. For me, that's enough. I think she's incredible. And she was on, has anybody heard of that Good Hang with Amy Poehler podcast? She guested on that podcast months ago, and she was talking about how she moved. She grew up with a ton of siblings in a small town and moved to New York because she wanted to be on Broadway. You know, obviously this was 60, 70 years ago. And moved into like a boarding house. So back then for artists, this one was specifically girls only. No boys were allowed. No boys were even allowed to visit. And then she grew up around a bunch of singers and dancers and actors who wanted to be on Broadway. And I was just like, that is a person who's been in the performance entertainment industry for her entire life. And I think that's my perfect person to idolize.
I agree. I was also loved the Carol Burnett show when I was a little girl. I would say my big first artistic influence was David Bowie. Changed my life. And then my first real acting inspiration after Carol Burnett and everything that I was aware of was Meryl Streep. Yeah.
I was Audrey Hepburn from the get-go, and then when I was a little older, Helen Mirren to date. Like she's my,
Love her.
like, and they're kind of opposite, and yet the overlap. Anyway.
How are they opposite?
So it's a Venn diagram, right? Like there's definitely a lot of overlap because to me, Audrey Hepburn was incredibly strong, but it wasn't what she led with. And Helen Mirren is like, she leads with it. And I'm just so like in awe of that. But Audrey Hepburn was steel. Like you wouldn't, in the time she lived and in the role she played, that's not what you saw. It was gamine, it was very quintessential at the time. Do you know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Yeah.
My first was Meryl Streep, but then when I got a little older and I saw Helen Mirren, it was all Helen Mirren.
Yeah.
And to me,
Those early talk shows and stuff, she's like she just from the get-go, she's like, I don't play that.
but I also, like in terms of painting or whatever, to me, she's like a Rothko. She's just so simple, so
Just
elegant.
Yeah, I love her.
Billy came in the wrong door. And then he said, "Shh," so of course I have to wait it out. Hi Billy, I'm glad you're here. I didn't grow up knowing that acting was a thing I could do, and so I didn't really admire actors because I just absorbed them. It didn't occur to me that they were also people and this was a thing they were doing. So it wasn't until I got into college, and I went to college where the nation's largest Shakespeare festival is. I went to college in Southern Oregon, Ashland, Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and I saw a play, and Demetra Pittman, nobody's gonna clap because you've never heard of her. She's the best fucking actor on the planet. And I was stunned into silence by her performance. And so I became an actor and I did Shakespeare for years and years and years and years, and I got to go back to the Oregon Shakespeare Festival and I performed Midsummer Night's Dream, and Demetra Pittman told me to have a good opening night and to break a leg. And that is probably the highest moment of my artistic career, because There are so many actors whose names you will never know, whose talent so surpasses anything you find in television and movies. And what they are doing is joyously and humbly telling stories. And that is something that I still strive for, so.
Dimitri Pittman is the answer.
So there are so many different characters throughout like the whole course of the show that never really interact with each other. And I was wondering what character that your characters never interacted with would you have wanted to like have some sort of scene or storyline with?
Rowena. I think Jodie and Rowena would be highly amusing. It would not be extensive, because they would probably have to agree to disagree and separate, because otherwise if we stay in this room together one more minute, one of us will die. But I think it would be a really exciting meeting of the minds, disturbing similarities, but enough differences so they'd have to go their own different ways.
Castiel. I just think Donna and Castiel together would be like two golden retrievers that had no idea what the other person was talking about. I interrupted you, I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, all of these women that I have met yesterday or today, they're just
Same package, babe.
I mean Garth because DJ. But I think that Mary and Abaddon would have been an interesting meeting of forces. Everyone's like, ooh. Because Mary just didn't have any fear. I feel like maybe she could have used a little more, especially when it came to Nephilims, but just a little less mothering. Anyway, yeah, Abaddon.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi guys, my name is Victor. Thank you guys so much for being here. You guys have been amazing. I wanted to ask, if you guys were to get arrested, your TV character, what would the crime be for?
Being too beautiful. Or too mouthy.
Mary, do you want it alphabetically? I mean, the fact that all of the Winchesters didn't spend a significant part of time in jail is a flaw in the story. Because, I mean, just speeding alone and no license, that's real. And the credit card fraud and the murders. The unlicensed weaponry, the rocket launchers, the squatting in the bunker. I mean, I think it's a crapshoot, really.
And Jodie would go to jail for ignoring all of that.
Thank you.
It is always a treat to have all these ladies, but especially a shout out to Reka Sharma joining us in the board chat. She'll be out in the hall, ready to meet you, ready to sign your stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, Brianna Mark Spencer, Kim Rhodes, Sam Smith,